Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com for the papercraftcrew.com. Welcome to this week's technique video. This card right here, how to make this ice cream cone shaker, and I'm doing this in real time. I'm going to show you how to make it. I've had a ton of requests over the Papercraft Crew, Instagram, private messaging, emails, comments, you name it. So this is like really super highly requested. Your frame here is, make it the size that you want. Ooh, I have, my camera's way too close to me, or my tripod is. Make it any size that you want. I just kind of went along with whatever I picked from the Layering Ovals frameless dies, and I really pray to God I'm not missing one here. That would be kind of tragic for me. There's a couple things I want to go over with you first before I show you how to do that while I was discovering while preparing. You may not be able to see this, but I can. I know a lot of you use the Misty tool, and lately a lot of people have been using this big old honking magnet. I mean, this thing is heavy. It weighs about as much as 10 of these magnets. No lie. This, I mean, it's heavy. Try to keep it on your paper for the least amount of time as possible. All I did was stamp this and soft suede it. That's it. It was just, you know, bam, close, rub, open, that's it. And I used this magnet for the first time, and I really hope to God you can see it. I'm really going to try and get in there, and this is going to be so hard, but I can see it. Right? Okay, bear with me here. You can kind of see it because I can kind of see it. It's right above the ice cream cone. And it's right here. When I took this out, I could see lines on both sides of the marker. So, okay, here it is. Now this is Stampin' Up! Cardstock. It's 80-pound weight. That may have an awful lot to do with it, as most cardstocks are 100 plus, especially card bases. So I would go with definitely something along the heavier lines for your cards if you're going to use this big old magnet. If you're just going to use like the regular ones, I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, the other thing I've noticed, I just put tape back on mine. I had it before when a lot of people started doing this. I had black tape on my magnets. And sorry, I'm not going to edit this out. I just had to grab a basket that was like way bigger than me. And I'm going to show you what piece of tape I had there on before, if it didn't expire. It was something along the lines of this black. Oh, this is it. It was this tape. It ended up on my cardstock. The black from the washi tape on the other side, like this right here, got on my cardstock. That's why I went with white. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem or not, but I did. It was pretty significant because, of course, it was at the very end of the card when I was trying to do my sentiment. Okay, at least I put something away. I'm going to show you how to make that ice cream cone now. So, what you need is your Layering Ovals framelets, your choice of cardstock. You're going to need the Cool Treats stamp set. Yeah, this is way too close to me. And there's two of them in here. And these are all of the coordinating dies that come along with it. The only one we're going to use is this. Now, on my original card, I went ahead and stamped my cone here, die cut it out, but you know what? You don't care about that. With this one here, this is soft suede, and I just grabbed my, I've been using shimmery white a lot. I just grabbed my Wink of Stella and colored in the entire thing because those lines are super stark white, and you know, this is water-based ink, and I knew that the Wink of Stella would kind of fill in those lines for me since there's water in there and a ton of glitter. So that is so pretty. So that's all you're going to need from Cool Treats. You're going to need one piece, well, just for the cone. I use the sprinkle piece, and this came from the Tasty Treats Specialty Designer Series paper. And I'm like 99, okay, I'm scooting this back. I'm going to go nuts now. 99.9% sure that this is carrying over. Okay, much better because now, yeah, I'm working where I'm used to. So we're going to use this. So as you can see, I've already taken our one die and I die cut it out of the sprinkle cardstock, and I ran it through my Xyron. And you just want to press it down real quick, grab a stylus and go all the way around so you don't get like those gooey hanger on our burger thingies. And I also have this on my Stick-It, my little Stick-It machine. Who makes that? Create a Sticker by Xyron. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab in my panel. This is cut out of Peekaboo Peach. And you got a tight squeeze here, so make sure that you just kind of size it up, left, right, up, down. And just in case there's anything still not dry on there, I like to grab just like a white piece of paper and kind of go like that so it comes off on the paper if there's anything left. Okay, now remember this is going to go on top of the ice cream cone, so we're going to get that done first because we have to build up from this. So I'm going to take a look at my original card. I'm going to pop that down. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to pop that down right about there because I need to watch my top too. Oh, there's a little arch right there, and it lines up perfectly with the middle of this cone right here. Awesome. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Step one. Step two. And this is going to be kind of a drag. You want to grab your paper in. You want to... This is a busy pattern to cut out of, but if I was to flip this over and trace it and then cut it out this way, I'm going to have ugly looking edges on the side that I want to be pretty, if that makes sense, and I don't want that. So I am going to take a pencil here and I am going to draw around this like as carefully and as straight as I can. So now this is when I'm going to stop because you definitely do not want to see me cut this one out, but I will tell you this much. You want to cut on the very... Okay, let's just zoom in now. You want to cut on the very outside of your pencil mark, and you want to go slow and take your time and move your DSP. Move your cardstock when you cut. You don't move your scissors, but you want to cram it all the way back in there like I'm trying to do, or you just saw me do. And then that way you can slowly turn the paper and, you know, squeeze those scissors down. And that's what I really like about these spring scissors, because I have really bad wrist problems on both sides. So anything that's going to make my life easier, I get it. And this is great for people with arthritis or just, you know, weakness or anything like that. Okay, I had this cut out perfectly. I went ahead and erased the lines, and when I did that, I just go up this way. I told you I was all fingers, and then I hold it and then just go down this way to get rid of it. Now this is where you're really going to get upset with me, because I left out kind of a critical step. And let's see if I can do this or not. If you have a Sharpie, and I don't mean something like this either, one of these little weenie pens, I mean a Sharpie. Hopefully not this big. I'm going to have to go hunting for something else in a minute. Well, this has a decent enough tip. I'll give that my best shot. Same thing. Or some kind of permanent ink that you can find in your pens. I mean, not Copic, but you want something with, you know, a very thin tip. So this is where our acetate comes in, because you know that you need that to make shaker cards. And what I do anytime I deal with shaker cards and, you know, the beads or anything, I grab a Swiffer and I run it all over my hands. Like I dry them off like I just got done washing them or something. And then I take the acetate, and you can do the same thing with a dryer sheet, because I want all that static cling gone. I don't want to deal with it. Because you know, sequins, especially sequins, and there's a mix in here of sequins and beads, they stick to everything, they go everywhere, and you could take 20 showers and they'll still fall off of you. So now that I've done all that, I'm just going to take this and put it down. I'm going to grab a piece of that white cardstock again, and I'm going to grab that die, because I need the exact same thing cut out of here. And once again, and this is like really slippery too, so you really want to hold it down and trace over the outside. And chances are there's better ways to trace than what I'm doing. That was just one of those, I'm not going to call it a fluke card, but it was just one of those cards that it's like, hey, let's see what I can do with this. Push my luck, and it turned out. So I need to line this back up again, or else I'm going to have a hot mess, because I don't want to see any acetate. I just want to see the black around it. And if it's a little bit too big, then it's a little bit too big. This right here, we can fudge it and fake it and cover it a little bit. So after I do this last little loop, I want to cut this. Okay, that's good. I want to cut this the exact same way that I cut this piece here that goes over the top of that. So I'm going to let that Sharpie dry for a second. Grab your die, and it lines up. Let me move that and everything. I had no room behind me. And it lines up real well. Very well. Like perfect. I'm going to get this lined up. I am going to grab a piece of low tack tape. I'm going to make it even lower tack. By de-stickifying it or whatever. And I'm just popping that whole thing over. The reason why I have that alcohol pad, that's going to be for later, but that's just in case you really trash your acetate and you need to get it clean because adhesive got on it. And this, my friends, is how you're going to get your frame. And you have another one of these too. So I guess you could have done it all in one, but that's not the way that I did it. Making it a shaker was kind of an afterthought a little bit, so I took that extra step, and it's really no big deal. So here's my frame. So what we have going on so far is, it's like I lost everything. So we have this, okay? Then we're going to lift that up, put our acetate on, and have a nice shaker card. Okay, good, you can see me. And like I said, I'm going just on the outside. And these are little dots. And I'm still going to have some trimming to do, but I'm okay with that. I just want, oh my gosh. Now I know why I blew off doing this video for so long. I can't even see. Okay. Oh, not good. This is where I'm going to have to grab like a second alcohol wipe. It's okay, we got this. But this glue does not give you a lot of wiggle room. Oh, thank God. I'm like, oh no, I stuck it on backwards. But I do have full coverage here. As you can see, I just got to snip around the backs a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and clean this up with another alcohol wipe once I just get all these edges off here. And there, see, mess. Okay, success. I did have to grab another alcohol swab and get the glue off, but check it out. Nice and clear. Now with most shaker cards, when you get to this point, you can, your card is going to be upside down. You can dump all your shakers in and then get the backing of it and put it on top, turn it over, shake while you're done. This is not meant to be a shaker ice cream cone because we had to fudge it the entire time to get this. So what you want to do next is, once again, grab your Swiffer and then just kind of go over everything. If some of it gets caught, pull it off and gently wipe off the back here, because the back is going to be what is touching the shaker. Now for your adhesive, we have two different options here. One is, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you always have a ton of stuff left over. One of them is these shaker card strips here, and if you don't have any of them, Stampin' Up! Makes foam adhesive strips for shaker cards. It's perfect, and this is what they look like. It is item number 141825. I think they're, I don't know, $5. You get 40 of these strips, and they are long. They are 9 1/4. And this across is 2 3/4, but you can use up every single square inch of this and then just have this backing sheet left. That's it. So I'm just going to take what I have left over from an old paper pumpkin, and okay, if I remember correctly, I had this little thing down here, so it took me like a whole one of these strips and then this little teeny tiny one down there. So when you take the strips off, you just peel them up, and with these, it's easy enough to go ahead and maneuver it around if you leave the backing on, but most people take it off and you get even more of a, you get more flexibility. Let's put it that way. So what you want to do now is just take this little foam strip, and you're going to be doing a lot of twisting, and you're going to be doing a lot of turning and a lot of fixing, so when you go around corners, it's not showing through that corner there. And I kind of recommend this is like a little bit thicker than what my outline is too, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I do got to tell you, I'm having a lot more of an easier time moving this around than I was with the adhesive on the back, so I kind of like that. Now, one thing you see a lot of people do, and this is a beauty of these Stampin' Up! Strips, and I really highly recommend them. It's what I use, and you know I use everything, but I really use this, is a lot of people have to take a powder bag or something and go around the inside to get the stickiness off from the, you know, because most foam strips are sticky on the inside. Stampin' Ups are not, so you don't have to do that. I'm going to set this aside. If you're not comfortable with the air getting to it for this long and having possibly losing some of your stick, just grab a sheet with some kind of coating on it and pop it back on there. Okay, you can pull it right up. Now, this is the not fun part, and I've got to get back in your frame there. And that's putting these in here without them going everywhere, so you can put like the top of your ice cream cone in. And once again, I'm wiping my hands off with this Swiffer so I can just grab my beads and my sequins. And just put them in. And did I put other stuff in the other card too? I did. I think I put some pearls in. No, I didn't. There's pearls here. But look how easy it just comes off your hands when you use that little Swiffer cloth. I keep going back to my old card here because I don't want too many in there so they don't shake. And it doesn't have to shake. You can just, you know, kind of do your thing with this and not worry about it. I mean, it's your card. This is where you're the boss. There's so many things in life that, you know, you have no say over, that you're not in charge of. You do your cards. Unless you're playing in a challenge, then you're told what to do. So that's why it's rare that I can just make a card to make a card and have fun. But when I do stupid stuff like this. Okay, if you look, zoom in your face, okay? If you look, I have everything in the middle because I have got to get this over on top. And that one sequin, believe it or not, I'm going to pull out because I know I have like a little issue at the top around one of the corners. That's totally my fault. Okay, so everything's in there, just a tad. Now it's super important, remember, to line this up. And I have too many sequins. So if that happens, kind of press down and shake it to straighten them up or out, because remember, I had to like stick them all in one place to get this on top. And now I'm pressing it, and you can hear the sequins snap, crackle, and pop like a cereal box to get them all in there. Check it out. There you go. And there's even more in here than there is in this card here. So this, my friends, is how you make that ice cream cone shaker card. And it does look pretty cool. You gotta admit that. And I only lost 4 sequins total. That includes the one I put back in. So as I was putting this down, only 3 came out. So I hope that I was able to give you some very helpful hints today as far as how to make the shaker portion of this card here. It's work, but the results are worth it. Now remember, look on the side here, and you want to make sure that everything is adhered down and nothing's popping up anywhere. And all that is, I'm just pressing on the acetate, and you're hearing the sprinkles. And I kind of like how those little pearls, if you look, how they kind of find their way into the cups of the sequins. I just think that looks really cool. I'm all done. Oh my gosh. I like this one much better. Yeah, I put quite a bit in here, and it turned out. Now, if you really want to have an ice cream cone on steroids, double up on the foam tape. Oh my gosh. And little kids will love it. Actually, I have a son who's pretty darn close to 22, and he loves shaker cards. Listen, isn't that cool? So, myself and the Paper Craft crew would like you to join us for our challenge this week. Today is Monday. Our deadline's tomorrow. We have a new challenge every Wednesday. And I think Tuesday our cutoff, I want to say, is like noon Pacific, because no, Eastern, because Pam's on Eastern time and she owns a challenge blog. So, if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments section of this video. And I also like how the ice cream cone turned out better too with this. So I hope that you learned something. Please join us. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All the videos go over to mine because They just do. So please give me a thumbs up, likes, and subscribe if you like this card, and you'll be seeing more of these types of cards in the days to come. And we always love seeing what you make for our challenge. So I'm at cindybdesigns.com. People just call me Cindy B. And Papercraft Crew, obviously, is at papercraftcrew.com. We're mainly a sketch challenge blog, but at least once a month, Pam throws something in there, just a little bit special. So we hope that you'll join us. And once again, please leave a comment if you have any questions or anything like that. Nice comments, too. There's enough ugliness in the world, and we are all so tired of it. And thank you so much for stopping by to visit us today. God bless, and we hope that we see you in our challenge this week. So until the next time, have a fabulous day. Take care. Bye.